Today we're talking about Instagram. I'm excited. I put together all the best content from all the trainings that I've done on Instagram. This is going to be awesome. It's everything from how to set up your profile on Instagram, how to make sure it's connected to your Facebook business profile, what tools to use, what your target should be, what techniques you should use. Is Reels more effective? Are stories more effective? How to create your highlights on Instagram. What should you be thinking about with Instagram Messenger, Instagram ads? All right, so let's get into the power of Instagram. Instagram is one of the fastest growing social media networks. Instagram came after Facebook, but guess what? Facebook bought Instagram. But this is the agenda that we're gonna cover today. The Instagram history, give you a little bit of background about Instagram and how the different tools got launched. Instagram personal versus Instagram business, how to get Instagram followers and what you should be targeting as far as followers as a real estate agent or broker or team leader, Instagram stories and Instagram highlights, Instagram Reels. Secret number one is Instagram is not hard to use. Instagram is one of the easier platforms to use. I think Facebook is more complicated. I think LinkedIn is more complicated. YouTube is far more complicated, even TikTok. Secret number two is Instagram is about building relationships. Secret number three is Instagram tells your story. Instagram was only born in 2010. We're in 2023. It's only 13 years old. And I know that sounds crazy, like, well, if it was started in 2010, Alex, and now it's 2023 and I'm just getting started, I'm 13 years behind. No, because people really only got on it in like 2016. I know realtors that just got started last year that are doing better than realtors that have been on Instagram for years. And now Meta is the umbrella over the whole thing, because the idea is they want to bring this concept of a metaverse to social media. You know, the ability to put on the goggles and experience Instagram visually through your goggles, right? The Instagram market is huge, $40 billion in advertising revenue. Instagram is cheap now compared to what it's gonna be in the future. 2 billion users compared to 3 billion users on Facebook. But here's the simple advantages to Instagram. Number one, it's easy to get social connections. It's easy to post. You have great data and analytics. You have multiple exposure opportunities on Instagram. So let's look at the first one. Choose your tools. Are you gonna choose Instagram as your tool? Are you gonna choose TikTok as your tool? Are you gonna choose YouTube? Many of us try to jump into all of them all at once. That's a little dangerous. This is an investment in your brand. Social media is not an overnight success story. Okay, it's little consistent work every day that gets you the results. If you're gonna choose Instagram, you're gonna need an audience, right? Like my favorite saying is like, if you're screaming in the trees, nobody hears you. If you're screaming in the forest, nobody hears you. You gotta have an audience to speak to. So what's your target? You want to do these are the actions that you can do. Search for contacts and follow them. And if they know you, they'll follow you back. Go to discover people in your app and follow the suggestions that Instagram gives. Authentic sharing and value. These are your touches, right? Like, how are you gonna touch people? How are you gonna connect with people? Yeah, AI is huge. We are producing hashtags using AI now for our clients. So we use like ChatGPT, which is openai.com, and then go to ChatGPT and say, I need 15 hashtags on Instagram on how to produce videos that produce results. And boom, you get 15 hashtags, right? You can ask for ideas for videos. You can ask for ideas for content. If you have shortage of creativity, guess what? AI is great for that. This is what Airtable looks like. Notice we have our clients, we have the content categories, we have the Canva post, we have the post title, post description, very well organized here. These are some of the posts that we do in Canva, just to give you an idea. This is what it looks like in Later. This is what it looks like on the calendar. So imagine you did it all in one session. I want to get into some of these tools, but first, setting up your Instagram the right way is key. Your Instagram, this is your bio, and this is your call to action link. See where this big arrow is? Your bio should look attractive. Most of you have a very basic bio unless you worked with us. Clean up your bio a little bit. Let people know what you do. Instagram Messenger. This is very underutilized. I'm going to show you two quick shortcuts on Instagram Messenger. One is to go send a message to somebody on Instagram Messenger. And why is that? Because most people don't. Most people just comment on posts. If you sent a message, they're gonna get a different indication that somebody sent them a message in their message box. Here's another way to get into their message box. Comment on their story. And here's another big one for you. If you're not the type that knows how to post on Instagram, but you wanna stay relevant, go comment on your clients' stories. That's gonna keep you top of mind. This is what a story is. Like Gary Ashton, the #1 Remax team in the world, he shared somebody else's story. And if I commented here, reply to Gary Ashton on the bottom, boom, I'm in his inbox. Huge, people. This is like, if you take away anything, I think this is like the golden nugget. You create a story about a property and you store it in a highlight called properties. These are folders, basically. I'm trying to make it easy. Like, what are highlights? They're folders. Why would you want to put stories in a folder? Because if you don't, they go away in 24 hours. So stories are only visible for 24 hours, then they disappear. But if you store them in a highlight circle, they're there forever. Reels is another way to post. Reels are very popular right now. Reels perform really well right now. That's when you add video, you add images, and you add music, and it's like a little more animated than just a regular post. So posting a post, a graphic image, is great. Posting a video is way better. Posting a reel is even better. Reels get far more exposure than stories. And stay tuned for what's next, because if you look at the history of Instagram and you look at the history of Facebook, they're always adding new tools. And the sooner you adopt those tools, the more success you see with them. If you have any questions about anything, you can email us at hello@realgrader.com. We're here for you. We're gonna be doing a lot of this. We're excited. I've got a whole team of people out there talking to realtors. So Mari and I can spend a lot more time just hanging out with you all, providing value.